Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Arteta explains why Smith Rowe needed his groin operation. Arsenal's high-end graduate Emil Smith Rowe was brilliant when he broke through into the Gunners' first team, but it has become more and more obvious that the youngster has had continuous injury problem. I guess it was only a matter of time before our medical staff pinpointed the problem with his groin. That meant he has been treated with kid gloves and severely his time on the pitch. Arsenal.com announced the other day, following a significant setback at our Premier League match against Manchester United at Old Trafford on September 4, and after further specialist consultations and discussions with our medical team, Emil underwent surgery to repair a damaged tendon in his groin. Of course, our doctors tried many ways to alleviate his condition, but after the Man United game it was obvious that nothing was working and I had no alternative but to recommend surgery. Arteta explained yesterday, "We put all the alternatives on the table, and the thing is we have tried some others during the last few months and they haven't really worked to the point the player wasn't comfortable and consistently at his best to perform. We decided to take that route and that it was the best decision, and we'll stick to it and move on. We had to make a decision because we could not continue the uncertainty as to whether we have him or have him with certain conditions. We needed to draw a line, so we made that decision, and he was the first one demanding that he wanted to make the decision, and we supported that, and we have to prepare him to get back stronger than he was. After surgery, it's very difficult to give a timeline. It depends on the first process, how the bones heal, how was his first reaction, his improvement, and how he is adapting. We need to go step by step. Obviously, we know that before the World Cup will not be easy, and after that we have a break and we need to use him in the right way." Injury expert explains how Ghana did Arsenal a favour. The injury expert Ben Dinnery insists Arsenal should be thankful to Ghana after they pulled Thomas Partey out of their lineup for a game because of a minor injury. The midfielder has missed the last few matches for the Gunners, but he returned to fitness during the international break and joined up with his Ghanaian national teammates. They faced Brazil and Nicaragua during the break, but he didn't play any of the matches after their national team coach took him out so he doesn't aggravate a small knee issue. Dinnery believes that decision means he could play the North London derby. He tells Football Insider, "You want to commend Ghana for pulling him out of the firing line just moments before kick-off. If not, that might have exacerbated the issue further. Partey is one of our key players, just as he is important to the Ghanaian national team. However, the matches during this break are not competitive games, and Ghana did the right thing not to force him to play either of them." Arteta reveals how he convinced Gabriel Jesus to pick Arsenal over Tottenham this summer. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has been speaking about how he convinced Gabriel Jesus to sign for the club over Tottenham this summer. The Brazilian has been a revelation since arriving from Manchester City and has settled in immediately with goals and assists, complementing some fine performances. Of course, Arsenal landing Jesus was big news in the summer window. They beat a host of clubs to his signature, including Tottenham, and speaking in his press conference, Mikel Arteta says it was easy enough in the end to convince Jesus to sign. "First of all, Edu had a talk with him to explain our project and what role he would have in our club. I spoke to him, so it was a team effort. So he clearly understood what we wanted to do," Arteta said. "We were really hopeful and his immediate reaction was really positive. But after that, there are lots of steps which have to be taken to finalize the deal. But to be fair, Gabi made it pretty easy for us." There is a lot to be said for the pulling power Arteta and Edu seem to have, especially with some of the Brazilian players. Jesus has been a breath of fresh air at Arsenal, and while Spurs signed Richarlison, you can bet that most Gunners fans would take Jesus over the former Everton man any day of the week. Ultimately, this was a face-off and battle of who could offer the best pitch. Arsenal, it seems, are getting good at nailing that aspect of transfer talk. Gabriel Jesus utterly blown away by reported Arsenal target. Arsenal have been linked with Palmeiras prodigy Endrick this year. Back in February, BBC Sport via Football London claimed the Gunners were scouting the young forward, and in July, Metro reported that Arsenal were one of many top clubs hoping to sign Endrick, as well as the Gunners. The likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and PSG are in pursuit. Now, Arsenal striker Gabriel Jesus has become the latest to sing Endrick's praises. I have been following Endrick a lot, the Gunners and the Brazil star, formerly of Palmeiras, told ESPN. During the time I was training at the academy when I was coming back from injury, Zé Roberto introduced us. Then I saw him on the field. Wow, he is a star, a phenomenon. He is 16 now, right? I, with 15 years, was in the floodplain. He is in the professional. I am really rooting for him. I think Palmeiras is doing well to put him in training and take him to games. I remember when I was 17 and I went to a game against Atlético MG for the Copa do Brasil with coach Ricardo Garcia. Just being on the bench, it was a top experience. Just having that feeling that I could get into the game, it was the best. Endrick has quickly made a name for himself as one of the most exciting youngsters in the world football. He's yet to debut for the Palmeiras senior team, but has made a couple of matchday squads. Even Gary Lineker has lauded Endrick's talent, taking to Twitter earlier this year to label him a very special talent. Endrick reportedly has a 60 million euros release clause in his contract. However, he must turn 18 before he is eligible to complete a move to Europe. Brighton are not planning to listen to an offer for the Arsenal-linked midfielder. Brighton have responded to Arsenal and Liverpool's interest in Moises Caicedo by planning contract talks with the promising midfielder. Caicedo's form has attracted interest from a number of top teams, with Arsenal and Liverpool both monitoring his situation. The Gunners looked into signing a new central midfielder over the summer and saw multiple bids for Brazil international Douglas Luiz turned down by Aston Villa. Brighton Chiefs are reluctant to lose Caicedo and are now planning to sit down with the 20-year-old midfielder to discuss a new deal. The Daily Mirror claims that Brighton are ready to reward Caicedo with a new bumper deal that will bring his wages closer in line with their first-team regulars. Potter was asked about the interest in Caicedo during his final days at Brighton and said, "In football, you never know, but we are quite calm and confident of keeping him." Arsenal joined Barcelona in the race to sign Wolves star Ruben Neves. Arsenal have joined Barcelona in the race to sign Wolves midfielder Ruben Neves, according to Sport. With Wolves struggling to find consistent form this season, Neves could be seeking a new challenge as he looks to continue to progress in his career. The Portuguese midfielder gave up Champions League football with Porto to join the project at Wolves when they were in the Championship, helping them gain promotion to the Premier League. However, Neves could now be looking for a move away, with two clubs likely to be in Europe next season pushing to sign him. According to Sport, both Barcelona and Arsenal are looking to sign the Wolves midfielder. The report claims that Neves has no intention of signing a new deal at Wolves, so the Midlands club could be forced to move him on in this summer to avoid losing him on a free transfer. A move away from the club seems likely for Neves at this moment, but it's unclear as to whether he'd prefer move to Arsenal or Barcelona. As we saw during the summer transfer window, Barcelona is often too big a prospect to turn down. Source reiterates Arsenal target stance on his future. Several reports claims Arsenal has continued to pursue an interest in Dusan Vlahovic, even though he plays for one of the biggest clubs in the world now, Juventus. The Serbian was on their radar when he played for Fiorentina, and they were keen to sign him. He chose Juve to continue in the Italian top flight, and he has been the key man for them. However, the old lady is struggling and he's not enjoying his football as much as he would have wanted. Reports have now linked him with a move away, and Arsenal will jump at the chance to add him to their squad, but a source close to the player reveals to 90 Minutes that he has no intention of leaving Turin despite his struggles. It said, "He's not moving, he is playing well himself and he's fully focused on his game. He has been with Juventus for less than 12 months and is not looking to move." Vlahovic remains one of the best strikers in Europe, and it's understandable that we want to add him to our squad. The Serbian will make us much better. Fielding him and Gabriel Jesus on the same team could force us to change our tactics, but the qualities he brings to the team could make us unstoppable. Arsenal handed a huge boost in their approach for 21-year-old Shakhtar forward. Shakhtar Donetsk forward Mikhailo Mudryk has suggested that an offer to make a move to Arsenal in January would be too good to turn down. The 21-year-old attacker emerged as a potential transfer target for the North London Giants towards the end of the summer transfer window. However, a move to North London failed to materialize. Mudryk has made a bright start to the new campaign and scored one goal and provided two assists in Shakhtar's stunning 4-1 away win over RB Leipzig in their opening Champions League group game on Tuesday. A recent report claimed that Shakhtar will only consider offers of at least 50 million euros for their wonderkid, who is regarded as a potential star of the future. Speaking in an interview with CBS Sports, Mudryk revealed how he came close to departing from the Ukrainian Giants this summer. In winter, we will see, there were a lot of discussions about a transfer, about the clubs who want me, but it's normal, said the forward. I am in Shakhtar and I want to play in this team. I love every player in this team. Shakhtar for me right now is my home. For me it's very important that all my thoughts are on Shakhtar, but in winter we will see. When asked whether he would like to play in the English top tier, Mudryk added, "Yes, I think every guy dreams about the Premier League." Mudryk was also questioned about a potential move to the Emirates Stadium and he replied, yes, it's hard to say, but Arsenal is a very good team, very good coach, I like the way they play. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.